Hello everyone, and welcome to my The Bachelor Buzz News channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Teresa Nist of The Golden Bachelor has shown that she doesn't require Gerry Turner by welcoming a new family member. Teresa, a 70-year-old New Jersey day trader, never thought she would end up on a dating reality program in her prime. Before his death in 2014, she had been married to William Nist for 42 years, with whom she had 2 children. She chose to compete in the first reality show focused on older folks' romantic lives, despite the fact that she hadn't dated much since the death of her late spouse. Gerry, 72, was a widower, much like Teresa. Prior to her passing in 2018, the retired restaurateur had been married for 43 years to Tony Turner, with whom he had 2 kids. Gerry greeted 22 unmarried golden women outside the Bachelor mansion on the first night of season 1 of The Golden Bachelor. He gave Teresa his last rose since he was enchanted with her from the first night when she got out of the limousine. Despite the short-lived relationship, Teresa persisted in her quest for a loving existence. Teresa received more than simply Gerry's last rose. After Gerry proposed to Teresa at the end of Golden Bachelor Season 1, they were married in a magnificent Golden Bachelor wedding that was broadcast on television a few weeks later. Much though the wedding was hurried, the divorce proceeded much more quickly. After just 3 months of marriage, the septuagenarian couple declared their divorce. Together, Joan and William had 2 kids who are now adults with kids of their own. The Golden Bachelor Season 1 star recently welcomed her 7th grandchild, joining her already 6 healthy grandchildren. Welcome to the world, Jen and Matt's precious little baby boy, my 7th grandson, August Edward Woolston. Teresa wrote beside a recent Instagram photo of the newborn. Teresa, who is now single and could potentially participate on another Bachelor Nation show, left The Golden Bachelor and ended her marriage to Gerry. Teresa will probably never be chosen as a franchise protagonist because her previous relationship ended in divorce, but she might make an appearance in a future season of The Golden Bachelor in Paradise. Teresa will be very occupied with her new grandson, regardless of whether she is prepared for another relationship. Leslie Fema from The Golden Bachelor and Jordan Heller from The Golden Bachelorette recently shared a picture of themselves together, which caused a stir. Leslie, 65, has clearly shown interest in getting to know Jordan Heller, 61, even if they are only friends. They wouldn't get along for a number of reasons, so even if they do decide to date, it's unlikely to stay. During Season 1 of The Golden Bachelor, Leslie, a mother of 2 who has been divorced twice, made her broadcast debut. She dated 72-year-old Gerry Turner, one of 22 unmarried golden ladies. Gerry turned around and offered his last rose to Teresa Nist, 70, despite his deep love for the quiet dancing instructor and his declaration that she was the one. Jordan was turned down by a Bachelor lead, much like Leslie. During Season 1 of The Golden Bachelorette, he was one of 24 unmarried golden men who dated Joan Vasos, 61. Before Joan sent Jordan home, he reached the last 4. Jordan and Leslie have been spotted together in photos ever since. Despite their attractive appearance, the 2 should only remain friends because they wouldn't make a good fit. During Season 1 of The Golden Bachelorette, Jordan maintained composure. Despite his affection for Joan, he kept his feelings to himself and never revealed them. Joan met Jordan's family and friends in Chicago, Illinois, during their hometown date, and she seemed to blend right in with them. Joan mentioned in an on-camera interview that she needed Jordan to lower his barriers a bit further. She sent him home even though she liked him since he wasn't allowing himself to be vulnerable with her. He might not be over it, but it's difficult to tell how he feels. Regretfully, Jordan was most likely acting calm because he loved Joan so much that he was afraid of being harmed. His tough facade was actually a defensive mechanism, which is why Joan mistook it. Ironically, Jordan overprotected his heart because he was so afraid that Joan would send him home, which is why Joan did so. A relationship with Jordan would be doomed from the beginning because Leslie seems like the type of woman who wouldn't tolerate a man who overprotects his heart. Leslie has made it known that she would like to date Jordan, even if their relationship styles are different. It all began when Jordan and Leslie shared pictures of themselves together on their individual Instagram stories. Fans of Bachelor Nation were quick to comment on the picture and speculate about the nature of their connection. Leslie was then questioned about the photo and their relationship status on the Almost Famous podcast. Leslie confessed that she was not dating Jordan. Leslie continued by admitting that she would like to date Jordan. She even went so far as to declare that she would have chosen Jordan over Joan if she had been the Golden Bachelorette. Joan said on the podcast, "I enjoyed Jordan when I was watching the show. I liked him the best for me." She expressed her belief that they would get along well and that she would be open to dating him if he showed interest. It's probable that she and Jordan are experimenting because she mentioned that they had been texting since they first met. The fact that many of the Golden women who vied for Gerry's flowers are still friends is one of the best things about Season 1 of The Golden Bachelor. The drawback of that is that you can't date your girlfriend's ex-boyfriends if you're a girl's girl. Although Jordan might be a fantastic find, Leslie might want to reconsider dating Joan's ex-boyfriend. The relationship was very serious. Joan even went to Jordan's hometown and met his family. When she started her season, Golden Bachelorette star Joan Vasos had a plan, but her behavior during and after the show suggests that the producers may have stepped in and pressured her into changing her mind. At the end of her season, Joan, a 61-year-old Rockville, Maryland, private school administrator, became engaged to Chalk Chappell, a 60-year-old Wichita, Kansas, insurance executive. Throughout the season, they had a strong bond. Joan discussed her expectations for the first season of The Golden Bachelorette before it started. She knew exactly what she wanted, from firmly declaring that she would not leave her family to not prioritizing an engagement and marriage right away. Joan's reversals during and after the show, however, appear to indicate that the producers may have talked her out of it and convinced her to reconsider. Joan made it clear before her Golden Bachelorette season started that she didn't believe getting engaged was a prerequisite. Joan said in a CNN interview that she wasn't certain she would get engaged at the conclusion of the Golden Bachelorette because she believed that people should have time to get to know one another before making such a significant commitment. "I'm open to that if it turns into an engagement," Joan clarified. "I do think this procedure is effective. I believe in the process because I've witnessed it work for so many couples on The Bachelor." Joan went on, "It's fantastic if it leads to involvement. It's also ideal if it turns out that you and I will get to know one another better in the real world." Nonetheless, Joan's attention did shift to engagement during the Golden Bachelorette, and it appeared to grow in significance over the course of the weeks. This may have occurred as a result of her developing such close relationships with the men, but it's also possible that the producers tricked her into getting engaged at the end of the season. Over the years, there have been numerous rumors that the franchise creators are forcing the issue, and Joan's reversal on the matter seems to support this theory. Joan was determined not to leave her Maryland-based family as she started her Golden Bachelorette adventure. They include her mother, her mother-in-law from her first marriage to her husband of 32 years, John, who died of pancreatic cancer in 2021, her 4 adult children, her 3 grandchildren, and her mother. Joan disclosed in her CNN interview that Gerry Turner, the show's star, had asked her how they would manage their relationship when she lived in Maryland and he lived in Indiana during her time as a participant on The Golden Bachelor. Joan said, "My answer to him was, and it still is my answer, I think you almost have to live a dual life." Then Joan emphasized, "I will never abandon my family. They are, without a doubt, the most significant people in my life, and since I place such a high value on family, I would anticipate that the person I choose will also have a strong sense of personality." Joan went on, "You must be prepared to go, spend time with that person, and possibly do so for a few weeks or months at a period. And perhaps you eventually find a place that works for you and your families, or you have another home where everyone gathers. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, so please don't forget to subscribe my channel and don't miss any update.